Hi, how's it going out there, people? Well, I'm going to just cover some basics on my 6-volt charging system with my FARMALL BN. It's a 1946. So, first comes the first. I went ahead and bought a new battery immediately when I first bought the tractor. 6-volt, nothing fancy. So, when I bought that, I was not getting any charge from the generator, which is located up here in this bracket. It's a cylindrical object. This is a 6-volt alternator now that I upgraded to, that I have in place. But anyway, I brought that to a reputable electrical shop, the original alternator, no, I should say generator actually, and they said it needs to be totally rebuilt, and it cost me about the same as ordering one of these. And I mentioned this right here to them. I was like, what about converting over to a alternator, 6-volt? Would you guys be able to order me one? And they said absolutely. So now my original generator was going to cost me more than what I paid for this. Now I paid $160, I believe, at my local starter and alternator shop. And they're very, very quick with the order and processing. Now I made this bracket myself up here. This needs to be painted, of course. Embarrassed about that right now, but you guys will understand. That'll get rounded off and painted, look pretty. But got a belt, matched it up to that pulley size, and I let it rip. And a big thing with these alternators too, you gotta understand, is that they're excited at 1200 RPMs. I was putting around at idle pretty much all day long around my property. Went over to the gas station across the street, went to go fire her up after filling it up, and dead battery. So make sure you're gonna bring it up to at least 3/4 throttle around here. You know, after warming it up, when you're using it at some point, just crank it up to 3/4, and then you can bank it back down to whatever you like, or whatever you want to run it at, and it'll charge. You just need to bring it up to 1200 RPMs and higher to excite the alternator itself. And also make sure you always have the appropriate gauge wiring. Now you can't really see it with this like rubber hosing from the previous owner that put on it. I left it because it's kind of like good protection. That might be changed to something better looking though in the future. But this is all 10 gauge wiring going to the starter, switch button, you know, from the alternator to my negative terminal, because it's a negative's hot in theory on this. 6-volt positive ground. Make sure your grounds and your connections are always clean. It's a huge factor, you know, just electrical basics right there. But it is a 6-volt positive ground system. Pretty bizarre. Get a lot of compliments, or I should say questions, and how does that work type of deal, but functions fine.